Don and Sandy Hill are the recipients of the 2006 Community Award for their service to the community of Montrose. They are probably best known as the Hills from Hills Orchard or Montrose Orchards. Don and Sandy are both lifelong residents of the Montrose area. In fact, except for his years in the service, Don has lived within 1 mile of the spot where he was born, right here in Montrose. Don and Sandy both graduated from Montrose High School, and they both achieved 50-year member status with the Montrose United Methodist Church. Don graduated from Montrose High School in 1949 and then attended Michigan State College, graduating in 1953 with a bachelor's degree in pomology. Don served his country as a lieutenant in the U.S. Army Signal Corps. This was communication before computers were invented. Don was young, single, and ready to see the world, but the Army stationed him in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don married his friend and sweetheart, Sandy Godsave, in 1957. In 1960, they bought Don's family farm, Montrose Orchards, from Don's parents, James and Iva Hill. Through the years, several generations of Montrose residents, from teens to retirees, have found employment at Montrose Orchards. Don inspired and encouraged many Montrose youths during his 12 years as an Explorer Scout leader. He and the boys went camping on Isle Royal many times. Sandy recalled canning lots of chili for the hungry campers and would laugh when thinking about how the mounds of supplies would take over their living room. Don has been active in many local service organizations like the Montrose Lions, Optimists, and Red Feather Fund Clubs. Don served on the Montrose School Board of Education for over 25 years, many of those years as president. Don has also served in a leadership capacity in many county and state-level organizations, including Genesee County Farm Bureau, Soil Conservation District, and United Fund, Michigan Blueberry Growers Association, farm markets, apple committees, and the Michigan State Horticultural Society. Don was one of the original members of the Kellogg Farm Study Program. This group was founded in 1966 by Michigan State University to develop rural leadership qualities in young Michigan farmers. Over the years, the Kellogg Group has toured many countries to study different agricultural practices. In 1968, Don traveled for 5 weeks to Germany, Tunisia, Kenya, South Africa, and Ghana. He still talks about the many people and practices that he experienced over there. Don said it took some getting used to seeing the sun being in the wrong place whenever he looked up for the time. The Kellogg Group members still get together annually. The late Sandy Hill graduated from Montrose High School in 1954, then from Flint Junior College in 1957, and worked towards her elementary education library science degree at Eastern Michigan University. Sandy worked alongside Don at their Orchard Farm Market even as their family grew. A pallet apple bin did double duty as a playpen when their children were small. The orchard has truly been a family farm, with employees welcome to bring their children to work with them when circumstances arose. Don and Sandy were very understanding about family needs and worked with their employees to accommodate various schedules. They pioneered flex time as they always put families first. Sandy was also active in local service organizations like the Montrose Lions Club, Child Study Club, and United Methodist Women. Sandy was very well known and respected for her years of work in the agricultural arena. She was on the Genesee County Farm Bureau Board of Directors for 16 years, serving as president for 5 years. Sandy served on the Michigan Farm Bureau Policy Development and Labor Advisory Committees. Sandy was very active in Women for the Survival of Agriculture, the Michigan State Horticultural Society, the Family Farm Concerns Coalition, and the Michigan Food Safety Council. Governor Blanchard appointed Sandy to 2 terms on the Michigan Marketing and Bargaining Board. With all this experience in hand and heart, Sandy went on to be elected as our Michigan State Representative for the 47th District in Genesee County for 2 terms. She was the first female politician elected to the State House of Representatives. In 1990, Don and Sandy were honored with the Francis Persons Memorial Award and chosen as the Grand Marshals of the Montrose Blueberry Festival Parade. Their hearts were touched the most when the staff and children of Carter Elementary School honored them with a Don and Sandy Hill Day presentation. Over the years, thousands of children have experienced the orchard and cider mill through educational farm tours. Don and Sandy have 3 surviving children: Dan and Debbie Hill, the current owners of Montrose Orchards, Deborah Beavers of Montrose, and Dr. Sharon Hill of Racine, Wisconsin. There are 2 grandchildren: William H. Beavers, owner of 3 Geeks in Montrose, and Megan Beavers, currently at Central Michigan University in Mount Pleasant. The community of Montrose is very appreciative of the support that Don and Sandy Hill have contributed through their many years of service. We are honored to have them inducted into the Montrose Sports and Community Hall of Fame.